Coming up on ATV News.
We're just so excited for it to be reopened and for all the great things that are be happening down here on Center Street.
The Center Street renovation is almost finished. We'll tell you when you can enjoy it. Police responded to a call about an unconscious woman. We'll tell you why it was far worse than they thought.
We got pelted with snow on Monday. Will your Thanksgiving commute get pelted as well? I'll show you in ATV weather.
In sports, we'll show you how the football team was cold and in how many ways the basketball team was hot.
All that and more, this is ATV News.
Welcome to ATV News. I'm Nick Poreth.
And I'm Ariana Piper. Caden Anderson is joining us live from 400 North. Hi Caden, it looks cold out there.
Yeah, Ariana, it's a little cold out here today. But as you can see, the roads are now clear after we got 4 inches of snow after the storm. I was in the storm Monday morning to see how it affected the commute. Cars, like this one, slid off the road early Monday morning due to the first holiday storm. This vehicle was not the only vehicle that was affected by the storm.
And I towed four-wheel drive trucks out of ditches today. We towed cars that just couldn't get where they needed to go. If it's on the road, it's likely to have had a problem.
The first holiday storm caused Sardine Canyon to close until plow crews could clear the summit.
We had one of our trucks in Sardine basically all morning doing work. So they closed the canyon, and then it's kind of up to us, as well as the other businesses in town that have tow trucks, to clear the highway and get it up and functioning again.
If you plan on traveling for the holidays, mechanics say it's a good idea to change your summer tires to winter tires like I have on my vehicle. Mechanics say there are 2 main differences between summer and winter tires. Winter tires are made of a softer rubber and can come with metal studs to help grip icy or snowy roads. Having the correct tires can help you the next time it snows.
It was kind of the perfect storm. It hit at the wrong time. People are moving, they're having to get places. They didn't start early, driving too fast for the conditions.
Just to remind you guys, if you're traveling through Sardine Canyon, it is recommended you have an all-wheel drive car, chains, or snow tires. And will a winter storm affect your Thanksgiving traveling? I will let you know with the full forecast. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, Caden. A man is behind bars today after police say he murdered his mother. Police say when they arrived at North Point Apartments, they found Deborah Ann Andrews unconscious, and she's been stabbed at least once. Police later declared her dead at the scene. Investigators say they found video of her son Sean Ryan Andrews disposing of evidence and arrested him later that night. North Logan police also say citizen involvement was critical to help locate Sean Andrews.
Anytime a citizen's willing to be involved and give information to law enforcement of things that they see or hear, it directs us. It sends us in a direction that is either useful or maybe not.
Police say that Sean Andrews will be facing several charges, including 1 count of murder and 3 counts of obstruction of justice.
Key witnesses have spoken in front of Congress. Now Democratic Chairman Adam Schiff's Intelligence Committee is compiling an exhaustive report to determine whether President Trump may be impeached. The report will outline if Trump engaged in treason, bribery, or high crimes and misdemeanors needed for impeachment when he withheld $400 million in aid to Ukraine as he pushed them to investigate Democrat Joe Biden. The Judiciary Committee is starting their own round of hearings in December. The House vote for impeachment is expected by Christmas, and a Senate vote for removal from office is expected in 2020.
Renovation on Center Street in downtown Logan left it closed for months. But with final touches this week, Logan City says Center Street is set to reopen before Black Friday. ATV's Austin Elder takes us to Center Street to see the changes.
Construction crews installed the lettering to the new Center Street sign to finalize the construction of the Center Street project. Businesses on the block stayed open during construction.
Very excited about the Center Street project. It's nice, I mean, extra landscaping, extra trees, didn't parking, more walkable for our customers, lots of great restaurants and places to just hang out. It's just going to be a great place to be.
Earlier this summer, construction crews actually uncovered the old trolley rail system. They pulled up the rails, old railroad spikes, so the train would start where Cafe Sabor is now, and then it would head 6 blocks east, head through this block and head up toward Campus Corner. Now this is in the early 1900s when this would happen, and Logan City said they knew of the rail's existence from past sewer construction. They said, you know, it's lived a good life, but it's just time to get out. Logan Municipal Council approved $180,000 to spruce up the Center Street block and make it more attractive to pedestrians in an ongoing effort by Logan City to improve downtown Logan. Some of the businesses on the street say they temporarily struggled during the 3-month construction process.
It was just dead all the time, like even in the middle of the day, because nobody even knew that we were still open.
Logan City says they will finish construction this week in time for volunteers and city workers to begin decorating downtown Logan in preparation for the Christmas parade.
We're just so excited for it to be reopened and all the great things that are be happening down here on Center Street.
Austin Elder, ATV News.
The Logan City Christmas Parade is scheduled for November 30th and will pass through the renovated Center Street block. I'm glad they were able to get construction done before the snow hit.
Yeah, it feels like Center Street's been under construction forever now.
I agree.
I'm glad to have it finally fixed. And yeah, we got some heavy snow coming, and I'm going to let you know all about the big storms that are coming that might dampen your traveling. Currently, it is 31 degrees in Logan.
Coming up, after 76 years, a local woman is finally able to lay her brother to rest.
I tried Oxy at a couple of parties. I thought I had it under control. I didn't know it'd be this addictive. I didn't know how far I'd go to get more.
Opioid dependence can happen after just 5 days. Know the truth, spread the truth.
Today, 1 out of every 4 American kids is Hispanic. That means many of the future doctors who will care for us, the engineers who will build our cities, the scientists and entrepreneurs of our country can be your kids. We all know how hard it is for you to send them to college. This is why we want you to know you are not alone. And every day more people support you to make it happen. Many support you. And the Hispanic Scholarship Fund helps you prepare, plan, and pay for your kids' college education. HSF.net.
Thank you for joining us for ATV Weather. So like I said, I was going to tell you guys about the storms that are coming and going. So as you can see right here, we have this storm. This was the storm that hit us Monday. And as you can see, it's moving its way through Colorado and just kind of making its way to the east. Up here in the West Coast, sadly you can't really see it too well, but there is a storm that is forming there. And that is the storm that is going to hit us Wednesday. That storm is supposed to hit really hard, so if you're going to travel, if you could do it today or tonight, that would be preferable and more safer. Let's take a look at, the Utah. Here we go. So we've got the Utah forecast here, the local radar, And as you can see, today it is really clear. It's been a pretty nice day today, cold, but it's still been sunny. But this is just the calm before the storm. Like I said, we've got some snow going on here in the lakes area, but it's going to be cold. And like I said, if you're needing to travel, like it's clear all the way down here into St. George. And yeah, let's take a look at that 7-day. Perfect. So as I said, today's high was about 31 degrees, and the low is going to be about 23, and it was partly cloudy and sunny today. So it was a nice day, but a little chilly. And as I said earlier, we're moving into Wednesday. Wednesday, we have 80% chance of snow. So if you plan on traveling on Wednesday, make sure to plan some extra time for yourself so that you can make it to your destination safe. And then obviously, we got Turkey Day, one of the best holidays in my opinion. It's got about a 60% chance of snow, so hopefully you make it to wherever you're going if you're traveling this Thanksgiving. And you can kind of just stay indoors and enjoy your time with your family and eat lots of turkey and have a great turkey nap afterwards. Friday, we've got a 40% chance of snow. So this is kind of a 3-day barrage of snow we're going to get. And according to some stats, there is about going to be, 15 to 12 inches of snow that we get. So it's going to be quite a bit. And Friday, it does lift off a little bit, and it's going to be on and off. The snow all day long is going to be on and off, but it's still going to be pretty snowy. We get to Saturday, it's going to be a cold day again like today, but it's supposed to be a little sunny. We're supposed to get let up from the snow, so maybe that can give you some time to finally shovel that snow and work off those calories that you've gained from the turkey. So moving to Sunday now, it's going to be 29 degrees, just a nice regular Sunday. And then we've got, going into Monday, it's going to be about 35 degrees with a low of 29 degrees. Yes, 29. Sorry, I couldn't see that very well. And that is the ATV News weather for you. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Caden. A local man joined the Army to serve his country. This week he was laid to rest. Shay Densley lets his family explain the 76 years delay in their own words.
It was on Sunday evening, August 1st of 43, when my mother turned the radio on late at night, and she heard of a massive raid by the American Army Air Force over Ploiești, Romania, and she thought, oh, that must be the raid he was talking about, and if I could just hear from him after that. Well, 2 weeks later, a sage green car pulled up, and there was a star on the side. 2 uniformed men got out, and my dad was working in an area kind of below a hill. They handed him an envelope and announced that our brother was missing in action. The rest were buried in a hero cemetery, and then it was from there where they were exhumed after the war. Where they went, I did not know until 2017. The bodies had been brought to Dover Air Base. Then I didn't hear from them again until October the 6th. And they said, we think we're getting closer to the identification of the remains that they had. And then on October the 16th, they called and they said, we've made a final identification. I couldn't have prepared anything so beautifully done, and I so appreciate everyone's help. There's never a day that you don't wonder what happened, but to have had all these little miracles fill in, to find the remains and find what happened.
Except this flag.
The flags has been probably the touching moment. Who would have ever guessed that he would have come back to this type of hero's welcome home?
I had no idea this was going to be like this. And it's such a marvelous presentation to show Americans really care for freedom.
To watch the Matt Lauer documentary, you can click the link on our Facebook page.
Thanksgiving is only 2 days away. That means Black Friday is only 3 days away. But some stores are opening their doors as early as 6 a.m. on Thanksgiving Day. In the past 9 years, consumers spent about $108 billion, according to Balance.com.
How can the digital world help us create physical designs? McKay Jensen shows us how the Landscape Architecture and Environmental Planning program is using technology to step into their designs.
There is a river that runs along this glass roof over the top of us.
The Landscape Architecture and Environmental program is embracing the growing technology of virtual reality to assist with their designs.
One of the difficult things for us is to try to look at something we design in 2 dimensions, like a paper-based map, and actually get embodied sensation of what that might feel like. And VR allows us to create our designs in 3D and then look at them in 3D as if we were in that real landscape.
Chamberlain says the advantage that VR has for their students is they are not only able to design things on paper, but they are able to step inside of their designs.
Some of the huge benefits of using VR are being able to actually see something before you make a solid yes or no choice on a design. I found it really powerful when we were doing very diagrammatic sketches, and we brought that into a VR program, and we were able to get down at human scale and say, wow, this is an awesome view. I would never have been able to see this on paper.
Students who have used VR say that the technology has become such a help to them that they see this becoming part of the regular design process in the future.
Yeah, I think it's just starting to kick off right now, and I think it's going to be industry standard in probably, 5 years is probably a generous estimate.
McKay Jensen, ATV News.
If you want more information on the Landscape Architecture and Environmental Planning program, visit the link on our Facebook page. Winter's coming and Logan City is preparing for the snow. Logan City is collecting green waste cans for the last time this year on November 29th. The city collects cans weekly during the warmer months of the year. Logan City says if your can has material in it and you missed collection day this week, put it out next week and we'll empty it with the garbage. Logan City says green waste pickup will resume weekly starting on March 23rd. Kendall joins us to talk about ATV sports. Are there any sports ending with the weather change?
Yeah, actually, the high school football 4A championships were this last weekend, and a Cache Valley team won. I'll fill you in after the break.
Well, that's something to be mindful of.
And find out how 2 new laws may affect you.
Oh, look, a redhead. Staring contest. You still got it.
I know. Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
They were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
The Utah State men's basketball team traveled to Jamaica to play in Jersey Mike's Jamaica Classic basketball tournament. In their first game, they played LSU, and the Tigers started strong with this 3 by Skylar Mays, who had finished with 30 points in the game. Mays led the Tigers in scoring, going 5 for 6 from deep, hitting another one here. LSU would lead the Aggies by 14 at halftime as Alfonso Anderson gets this rebound and puts it back in for the easy bucket. Anderson ended with 24 points, including this dunk from a Justin Bean assist. So there's some great ball movement from the Aggies. From Merrill to Bean right here to Anderson with the easy dunk. And here's a second angle on that one. Nice little bounce pass there. And this brought the Aggies back within 10. Diogo Brito got the Aggies even closer with this give and go with Merrill. Hitting the open 3, burying it straight down to cut the lead to 7. Now watch Alfonso Anderson in this play. He's number 10. He starts out from the key, moves out to the corner, and then rotates around, gets the ball, and hits the 3 with a man in his face. This got the Aggies to within 3. And then right here, Anderson hits another 3 to tie the game with 3.5 minutes left. And strong defense on this play led to this steal where Brito gets the ball to Bean, who goes up strong, gets fouled, and the bucket. Bean would convert the and 1 to put the Aggies up by 3 with 3 minutes left. LSU got a layup, and then this steal by Mays, who gets fouled by Abel Porter, earning himself 2 free throws. Mays would make both free throws, putting LSU up by 1. USU had the ball with a minute left. Great cross-court pass to Merrill, who buries the 3, giving the Aggies the lead. LSU got the ball back with 10 seconds left, chose not to call a timeout, and lost the ball. The Aggies dribbled out the clock and won this one, 80-78. And as you can see here, they were pretty excited. But this wasn't their only game in the tournament. So we're going to start this game with Brock Miller hitting this jump shot, and then we're going to jump forward to the last 6 minutes of the first half, because both teams really struggled to score. And after this shot from Diogo Brito, both teams were combined 11 for 41 shooting, and that's only 26% from the field. But then both teams started to heat up at the end of the first half, with USU hitting 4 of their last 5, and the Mean Green going 5 for 7. It was a tight game in the second half, with both teams shooting better than they did in the first. And on here, you see Alfonso Anderson going up and under. Great inside play, and he would finish with 19 points as well. And here's another one. Mo Gibson here with another strong drive and an off-balance finish. Justin Bean would score here. The Aggies finished the game with a strong run, starting with this jump shot. And Bean ended with a double-double, his 4th of the season. Great screen there from Anderson here on the pick and roll. Getting the pass from Merrill on his way to the hoop and gets a soft bounce that falls in. The Aggies would finish the game shooting free throws and go on to win 68-59, bringing home the trophy. Now 68 points is the lowest scoring game the Aggies have had this season, and USU is now 7-0 and ranked 15th in the nation. I'm Kendall Douglas. Great wins for the basketball team out of the country, and in the country today, Nigel John signed with the Aggies. He'll be joining the team next season and comes from Allen, Texas. Our football team, not as lucky over the weekend against Boise State. Jordan Love's throw to Siossi Mariner were some of his 229 passing yards on the night. And on this next play, you're going to see Jalen Warren. He's going to take the ball for some of his 39 rushing yards, and Utah State finished with 151 yards on the ground in the game. Love had 2 big completions, one here to Jordan Nathan, as you can see him catching it going out of bounds, next to Devin Tompkins, and this set up 1st and goal at the 5-yard line, as the Aggies were down by 7 at this point. Now on the next play, Utah State's first touchdown of the day was an amazing catch by Caleb Rep in the corner of the end zone. You're going to see this again. Now check this out. It's going to be in slow motion as he barely gets his foot in. Right here, gets the snag, 1 foot in. The Aggies struggled the rest of the way, including getting fooled on a Statue of Liberty play right here from the Broncos, who ended up winning the game 56-21.
I don't think there was any surprises at all that was out there. It was a football team that executed at a high level, and we had trouble stopping them in all 3 phases: offense, defense, and special teams today.
The Aggies dropped to 6-5 on the season and take on New Mexico Saturday in the final game of the season before they find out which bowl game they'll be playing in. Aggie volleyball played its last 2 games of the season at home. They played San Diego State University first, where they had a big night blocking behind Corinne Larson's 5, Bailey Downing's 13, and Kelly Call's 10. The Aggies finished with 21 in the game. Maddie Olsen-Shepard led the Aggies in digs with 13, including this crazy play where the ball bounced off her shoulder. Downing and Larson led the team in each with 11 each in the match, but Utah State would fall 3-1. Even with all the losses, Coach DeBose says the team is still always working to get better.
Every day, even yesterday, they're staying after, they're coming in early. So I can't ever fault their work ethic, just good people. I'm fortunate to do what I get to do.
The Aggies took on Fresno State next for senior night. Izzy Belknap would lead the team in kills with 9 in her final game in an Aggie uniform, while Heidi Carpenter would lead them in assists with 12 in her final game as well. The Aggies struggled to score points in this one, falling to Fresno State 3-0. Hockey teams from across the nation came to Utah schools to play in the 4-day Beehive Showcase. Utah State hosted teams in the Eccles Ice Center. On the first day, the Aggies played Northern Arizona University. Down by 2 in the last 8 minutes, Machunas passes back to Jansen, who fires a shot off for a goal. This is one of his 2 goals in this season. Now with 4 minutes left, the Aggies are down by 1 point. McKeachney takes the puck behind the goal, passes it to Johnston, who flicks it in. Getting caught up in the celebration, Utah State knocks over Beck from Northern Arizona. Now tied up with 2 minutes left to play. Cutshaw takes the puck down the ice, feeds it to Moser, who scores the 5th goal of the night and gave Utah State the victory over Northern Arizona. Unfortunately, the rest of the Beehive Showcase wasn't as great for the Aggies. The team lost to University of Mary, North Dakota, the University of Northern Colorado, and Boise State. Jerry Finkbeiner has permanently stepped down as women's basketball head coach. Associate head coach Ben Finkbeiner will serve as interim head coach for the remainder of the season. The Aggies took on BYU this morning in Provo and lost 50-67 in Ben Finkbeiner's first game as interim coach. Skyview football as well won its first ever state title, 35-0 over Park City on Friday at Rice-Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City. And that's pretty much all you have left in sports, you know. This should be a busy week for everyone coming up with turkey bowls and all the football to watch on Thursday. I have a quick list of all the games you can sit down and watch with your family. Starting off at 10:30 in the morning, you have the Bears and the Lions. The next are going to be the Cowboys and the Bills. That's going to be at 2:30. And then the Saints and Falcons at 6:20. And that's all you have for sports. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Kendall. With the addition of higher percent beer, the new DUI limit of .05 is now easier to reach. I can experiment to see how both laws can affect you. Beer like this has more alcohol in it, but a new law wants less in you.
It sucks that you can't really go out to eat and get a drink with your beer without having to worry about your drive home.
I'm going to blow into this breathalyzer after only one beer to see how close it puts my blood alcohol level to the legal limit. .023, which puts me almost halfway there for the legal limit. One more beer and I might not be good enough to drive. While Mike Sells says he drank the night before, his reading is double the legal limit after only one beer.
You can't trust every breathalyzer, but you can definitely tell the difference that there's more alcohol in the beer now.
It may affect how much some can drink.
If they were able to drink 3 beers before, they may be only be able to drink 1.5 now, just due to the different alcohol concentration on that.
Despite what a breathalyzer may say, USU police say it's important to follow the rules and stay safe.
Don't drive. Even if you've been drinking a little bit, don't drive.
Don't drink and drive, whatever amount you're drinking, especially if you're going to drink High Point beers now.
Alcohol can affect everyone differently, and breathalyzers can read differently depending on different factors. Either way, though, if you've been drinking, I think it's still a good idea to not drive.
Future ATV reporter Lisa Feinstein is joining us today to talk to us about paint night. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Ariana. I'm just here working on a watercolor of some ice cream cones. We got some Bull Tracks and some Blue Mint. At Utah State, you can make some new friends while getting in touch with your inner Bob Ross. I checked out watercolor paint night.
In theater, I was one of those scary theater.
Daria Griffith is connecting with the student body as she teaches them a new skill.
Helping everyone kind of enjoy a random Thursday night of watercoloring.
So
not everybody knows how to watercolor, so it's a good experience, learning experience for everybody.
This is Utah State's second annual paint night. Students say they enjoy it because there aren't many events like it.
It's something that you get something out of, but you made it yourself.
It's something that you don't get to do all the time, and so it's a fun activity.
It's all about where I'm going to give it to my mom.
Student events provided free art supplies so students could take a painting home and make some new friends.
And it's a great de-stressing activity, and it's something that people really enjoy.
I feel like there's a lot of different people here who I've never met before, and I feel like a lot of activities are the same people.
We have to put people by each other a lot of the times during this because there's not enough seats. So what's super interesting is that there's people and they just go up to each other and they're like, hi, my name is this, and they just like become friends. So it's a great place for people to meet.
Griffith said the best part was
you spend time with one another to embrace an Aggie family.
What we're going to do is we're actually going to start drawing on.
This night has been so fun and produced some lovely art that we get to put on the fridge when we get home.
Lisa Feinstein, ATV News.
You can catch the series committee's other events like Moonlight in Music as well as POBEV next semester. Back to you, Ariana.
Lisa. Thanks for joining us on this edition of ATV News. Catch all of our latest shows on our Facebook page.
We'll leave you with some, well, that's it for the show. Stay safe out there. Have a happy Thanksgiving.